So none of you can say somebody said so, so one said so. It has to be mother has to say. This detachment has to come. It takes time, especially with Indians. All the time they are worried about their children or a mother or a father. Oh no, and on and on and on and on. See, years together, my son, my daughter, my son, my father. All the time now, by God's grace, so many have got rid of all their responsibilities somehow, through Sahaja or whatever it is. So they are now settled down onto themselves because you are your own responsibility. So this detachment must be brought, those who are coming to Sahaja. That we are here to get Sahaja blessings, we are going to give blessings. Is that right? You should be in the family, all right, if you want to have Sahaja, you have it. But not to force them on Sahaja. But you can force Sahaja on them. The stage has come that you have to talk about Sahaja to them. In the beginning I used to say don't talk to them. But those who are useless, if they are not to be brought to Sahaja, tell them you are not good for Sahaja, better not ask. Then they will come. Some people you should show complete indifference, you are incapable, you are no good, you are too materialistic. Then that person will say, I prove that I am. All these detachments take place, and then the detachments are at Navi chakras. You rise up to your emotional side and the heart chakra, and then you have to have the detachment even of a kind of a collectivity that we think is collectivity. I call the fraternity of the bhoots, not collectivity. Always all the useless Sahajogis will form a group. And they will have a very strong objection to everything that is sensible. And they will have suggestions for everything. There has to be no suggestions at all. There are no alternatives. Because Shiva is absolute. Once one said is said. You just do it and see, that's the best. Alternatives will be second best or third best or maybe useless. But there is no alternative for Shiva Tattva. I'll give an example. I told Delhi people that you organize, say, program for 7 days outside with other people. It was sensible because I knew it was to rain. It has to rain also. Rain can be stopped, but it was to rain for all the other villages, you see. We cannot stop them for only Sahajogis, can we? Of course Sahajogis are important, so I said let them be with other Sahajogis. Now they started an alternative, only thinking that, you see, they won't be comfortable, and I mean it was good, but on a other level, that they will not be comfortable with Sahaja, another level. But there has to be understanding that Mother has said it must be done, whatever it is. Even if she says you kill somebody, you have to kill. Keep it like that, to that extent. Keep to the maximum. Even if she says you have to die, you should die. If she says, alright, you tell lies. Alright, I'll tell lies. Like Radhaji. She said, what is my punya? What is my papa? I am in his heart. What can I do? Whatever he does. That is Shiva. When it is awakened, you see, it at least recognizes Shiva in me. And it sees that this is Shiva. It understands. Because at Shiva Tattva you don't commit any sins, you are sinless. When you are the spirit, you are sinless. There is no sin in you. If, supposing according to human understanding, if Shiva leaves, a person dies, then it's sinful. Why to leave anybody? It's sinful, isn't it? For all common purposes. Common understanding will think that it is sinful for Shiva to leave the person and make the person die. For example, a lady dies, her children are left behind. Then one can blame Shiva for that see now you went away and these children are now without a mother or without a father, something like that. Because Shiva is sinless. Whatever he does is sinless. So whatever you do is sinless. The idea of sin is finished because who commits sin is your ego. Ego commits sin. But if you have no ego, there is no sin. Because you are not doing anything. You stand in a karma. Say a sun is shining shower, and somebody wants to stand in the sun. Then he gets burns. This is not the fault of the sun. Sun is shining. That's the job of sun. Whatever is the job of the Shiva, he is doing it. He is not sinful. It's our mental attitude makes us think this is sin, this is not sin. But when we have ego, we are committing sins. If you ask a tiger, you are committing a sin because you are eating a cow. He will say, I never knew what was sin. Sin was, I don't know what sin is. It's a story when some missionaries were going away from a village, you see. So the villagers, poor innocent villagers, they got up to thank him. They said, thank God, when you came here, you told us there is sin. We didn't know what sin was. For innocent people, they don't know what is sin. Because spirit is innocent, it has no sin. It obeys the other source of innocence. So there is no sin for a person who is the spirit. For Shiva there is no sin. Whether he wants to give his blessings to a Rakshasa or to a saint, there is no sin for him. Because he is Bholenath. He is beyond. He is beyond sin. Whatever he does is beyond sin. Because ego cannot envelop him. There is no ego. Because we have ego, we commit sins. Once ego is finished, we are no more there, so who commits sins? When we are not there, who is committing the sin? Shiva can't commit sin, so we are the Shiva, so we cannot commit sins. So all these ideas of giving alternatives at the mental level is also wrong. I give anything I say, immediately there will be 10 suggestions. I try all these tricks with you. Because you are used to conferences, you see. So I said, all right, Subramanyam, what do you have to say about it? Because after all, Lord Subramanyam is there. Must ask him. Then I ask Venugopala. Then I'll ask Gavin, Moran, all these people. Now what do you have to say? And then they give their submission. But if you see, in the conference of all the divine deities, there is no suggestion. No suggestion. No alternative. No alternatives to your mother's ideas. Nothing. Absolute. It's absolute. Nobody gives any suggestions to you. Never. No question. They won't listen to you. They won't listen to anyone. There's no question. Such harmony. Complete obedience. And not only they are fixed with their qualities. They are told that you have to do it. They'll do it. This is the difference. Then, try. Sometimes it appears. See, if I say, all right, go this way, you will find the place. But you won't find. So you say, see mother, you said to go this way, that's why we went and we didn't find the church. Now there, it is not that I am saying that you will find the church. It is I am trying to see what you think. I'm telling you my own tricks, alright? So be careful. I'll tell you all, go this way. No, you didn't find the church, I'm sorry. I should not have told you, or you should have gone. But that's not true. I must tell you, that's not true. What I'm trying to see, what you are saying about this. Now, if you are clever, you would say, I went there, I didn't see the place, but I saw something else, Mother. That's the reason you sent me there. Now I know why you sent me there. That's it. Then I know that he's a Sahaja. But if you say, oh, I went there because I thought I'd find this thing, but it was not there, and you said, finished. If you say that, you said so and it happened. Oh, I did say, no doubt. What I said was just to play a trick on you. Because one of the natures of your mother is Mahamaya. So be careful. How you react is very important for me to see how far you have gone. This is one of the ways you are judged. But for a villager, it's a different thing if you see him. If I tell him, now, if you want me to go to that village, say, take the car or take the bullock cart this way, we'll take it. But there will be a ditch, so I'll get hit. So he'll say, Mother, I'm sorry you got hit, but I could have avoided it. See, so he takes the responsibility upon himself. He takes everything upon himself. Because you asked me, so I had to go that way, but I could have avoided it if I was careful. So this is the difference, not to put responsibility. It's a common human nature, is to put responsibility on somebody else. The best is to put on Mother. But in that you lose all your punyas. So the responsibility is mine. I must have done some mistake. I must have done some mistakes. Or else maybe that Mother wants me to learn something. Every time you do something, I tell you something is just for you to learn something. I don't have to learn anything. Do you think that way? That I have to learn something now anymore? Not. So you have to learn something. And that is what, if you understand, then a kind of a detachment will build in you and a surrender. You'll be amazed to be so much relieved of nonsensical headaches that you have and the burdens you carry. If you understand that the whole joke, the whole work, the whole drama is done by Mother, and I am just playing into it. It's so simple. That is to be felt, to be understood. And the enjoyment lies in that, not in judging or finding alternatives. You try. Those who have tried it have enjoyed it very much. And so many things. Every minute I give you an example of that. I'll give you an example of Gregor. Last time I went to his house. He tortured my life for his wife. When will she have her delivery? How will she have? Who is going to stay with her? Morning till evening he had one problem. All right, I said, something will be done. You can have this lady to stay. But then how will I go to India? I was so important. Then he didn't realize that time. He thought it was so important to do that. Ultimately, before going, I told him, Gregor, you troubled me too much this time. I said, all right. Then he said, I'm sorry. Then he telephoned me one day saying, Mother, my wife is in for abortion. She's gone to the hospital. There's no chance. I said, forget it. Go back to the hospital. She'll be all right. Went to the hospital. They said, a miracle. It's perfectly all right. There's no problem. She's all right. So it came into his head, as he told me, oh, Mother is looking after it. Why should I worry? Why should I have buried her? This is first thing. Then the child was born earlier than time, and he came to India. So also I convince you that what I say, what I do, you know that I look after you. But when you take up responsibility upon yourself and start thinking about it, then I cannot help. So Just know that, leave it to God. It's all for your good, for your hita. Everything is for your hita. Whatever it is. Sometimes I have to shout at you, sometimes I have to correct you, sometimes I have to tell you that don't come here. Some people who touch me, you see, can give me horrible sensations. Then I said, you just don't come here. You don't stand before me. You get out from it. That hurts them. But if they stand there, the bhoots will never leave, because the bhoots want to trouble me. So this point, if you understand, you will get completely detached and will know that for our good, for our betterment, we must keep Mother pleased, and these things if you do by displeasing her, we are going to be finished. Now, to understand this, what you need, not age, not position, not your qualifications, nothing. You need a wise mind, deep personality. I've seen very young people are so sensible, their parents are stupid, absolutely stupid people. So you just need a wise, deep personality to do it, and that you should try to do. That comes only sticking on to Shiva Tattva, which is a solid thing, which is Shiva, Achala, which doesn't move. Absolute. It is not relative. It's not relative at all. It's not related to anything. It's absolute. That gives you the depth, that depth which is required to settle down, to go deep. Shiva is your Guru. Guru is the one that gives you the gravity, to go straight down deep into it. That is very important. And all this, I hope, with the puja today, will try to settle you into that great principle of Shiva. Let your attention, every particle of your attention be filled, sparkled, and rejoice by that blessing of Shiva Tattva. I bless you.